there any other questions? Maybe we'll end with this because we're talking about womanhood. So people can probably shout out the question I'm going to ask you right now.
Okay.
But you know that you're a woman.
Yes.
What is that?
So gender is a social thing. It only makes sense.
I don't want to hear that. What is a woman? What is a woman?
What is a woman?
The word woman, define in the dictionary. Go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women. If you speak with women...
Circular definition.
That's mine. Whatever.
Okay.
What's up, everyone? It's Sauce Kenny here today, and we got an interesting one today because Matt Walsh about to go on these people, bro. I love the intro of that clip that you guys just saw. It encapsulates everything that is going wrong in our world, right? Bruh. Because I like to separate two different kinds of people. Either you live in the world of words or the world of reality. In the world of words, you sit here and you argue about definitions and defining things. What is a woman? And you fighting over definitions. While people in the world of reality have a purpose for language. The purpose of language is to communicate what you observe in reality. Bruh. I don't know who needed to hear that. Somebody needed to hear that today. Language is a means to an end. Language, it has a functionality. It has a function. It has a use. What's the point of language if everyone can freely define what they're talking about? If you think women is anyone who identifies as woman, and I think women is adult human female, when I'm communicating to you, say, hey, look at that woman over there, you won't be able to understand me. Bruh. Because your definition of woman is so inclusive that you can't properly point out or articulate or communicate to me what you mean by it, because we're both operating on two different distinctions, two different definitions. So at that point, language loses its meaning. What's the point of language anymore? We might as well just have been speaking two different languages. And this is why our communication as a culture, as a society, is breaking down. Because we let people like this get to subjectively define what woman is when it's something that operates in reality. A lot of people on the left diverge from people on the right. People on the left believe if an idea is widely adopted and accepted, that's what makes it true. I'm done talking. I'm digressing right now. Let's get into the clip.
Trans women are women, you would say, right?
I would say that, yes.
Exactly the same?
Yes.
Okay, well then why do you need to hear the testimony of trans, quote unquote, trans women? Like how you pick any actual woman in this room? In what way do you know that you belong in the same category as them?
I know because they tell me. So here was the...
You need them to tell you what you are?
Women. Yes. I trust the opinions of the women around me.
And if most women...
It's incredible. You might try it sometime.
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman, would you say I'm not a woman anymore?
If who?
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman anymore, would you then relent and say I'm not a woman?
I would say most people on the planet have no idea who I am. I'm going to trust the opinions of the people who've spent their lives with me.
Wow. So you hear that, right? She first said, hey, other women can identify with other women. If other women recognize you as a woman, therefore you are a woman, right? Bruh. This circular logic, I don't understand, right? Because end of the day, like I said, they literally are democratizing definitions. Oh, if it's widely accepted by people, this is how we identify. End of the day, I see gender as an extension of sex. That's it. Remember, to me, language has a purpose. Language is used to communicate something to someone else. So that way you and the other person can get on the same page. That's the point of language. So if you come into me and you're telling me, hey, all these people say I'm this, and I'm like, you're not a rabbit. But you say, no, but everyone says I'm a rabbit. I'm like, then there's something wrong with everyone else because you're not a rabbit. You are a human being. Right? Bruh. But all of a sudden, it's like I said, it's a popularity contest. End of the day, objectively, we use language to communicate what we observe. This person is trying to say, oh, these people who are actual women that you say are women, Kenny, they're also saying that I'm a woman. But if they, like what Matt said, if they decided, no, you're not a woman anymore, are you going to accept? You going to accept their call? Are you going to accept their judgment?
Nope.
No. Like I saw someone in my comment section, they mentioned this before, that transgenderism should be categorized as some form of narcissism. Bruh. or her.
How dare you?
But it makes sense because you say, hey, if women recognize me as a woman, therefore I'm a woman. Matt's counterpoint was, if those women say, hey, you're not a woman, are you going to accept their judgment? You still tell them, nope, because they don't know me personally. This is why this stuff falls apart. And this is why I'll never adopt their definition of woman. Because their definition, the new definition of woman, is so adherent, so bad, so incoherent that they have to openly tell you who they are for you to be able to properly identify them based on how they think of themselves. I'm telling you, these people, they're not arguing based on reality. This is just perception. If I see myself a certain way, you have to validate how I see myself. Is that truth or is that a delusion? A delusion is, hey, there's a man behind you. What man? I don't see no man. Oh, you're a bigot because you don't see it the same way I do. Come on, guys. We got to do better. Because if you have a theory, right? You saying, hey, anyone can be a woman as long as they identify as a woman, and you saying transgender women are women, therefore you're saying they're the same. Okay, do they have the same capacity? Nope. Right? If you test a theory out in reality, and reality tells you that your theory is wrong, you must accept your theory is wrong. But these people want to double down and say, no, reality must bend to my will. But hey, I'm done rambling. Let's get into this next clip where this is empirically Matt Walsh is just dismantling transgenderism before this student's very eyes. Let's take a look.
Responding to a health emergency. Biological male, somebody with a penis, is having a medical emergency. And they say to you, I think I'm having a miscarriage. Would you check them to see if they're having a miscarriage? Would you consider that a possibility for them?
Look. No, but that's because some people don't have body parts. Doesn't mean they're not a woman.
Okay. Sounds like we've established there are some people who, in principle, can get pregnant, and there are some people who can't. So there's two categories, otherwise known as binary.
Lots of women can't get pregnant either.
Yeah, but they're still of the nature to get pregnant. The only
but
reason
they can't get pregnant.
Yes, but
truth matters, right?
Look at this condescending student. Truth matters, right? Yes, truth does matter. Truth is objective. Truth is observable. And this is where kind of the logic you'll see Matt walks this transgender advocate person from, right? He established already, hey, there's only two binary things, right? So how can gender be a spectrum? That's one question that Matt opened up with. Because if you're doing gender reassignment surgery and there's supposed to be more than two genders, how come there's only two outcomes that gender reassignment surgery is able to perform for an individual? Yo, evidence. Hey, reality. Reality shows you there's only two possibilities. There's only two variations of human beings. You can't identify yourself as a wolf. You're not a wolf. If you try to, let's say here's proof. You identify yourself as a wolf. Go in the mountains and run with a pack. You'll get eaten alive. Empirical evidence. Now, I don't want to ramble too long because Matt don't need no help. Matt don't need no help. Check out this next clip and see how Matt handled this rebuttal. Oh, women can't get pregnant. Oh, what if a woman doesn't get pregnant, doesn't she stop being a woman? Nope. But here's Matt's rebuttal.
Because they are for the same reason that I can rightly say that human beings have two legs. And if a person is born with only one leg, that doesn't call into question the statement that human beings have two legs, okay? A person being born with one leg doesn't mean that now legs are on a spectrum and we can't say anything at all about how many legs a person has. Who knows? They could be a centipede. They could have 100 legs. No, we know human beings have two legs. If a human is born without two legs, something went wrong.
What, facts? Go, Matt Walsh, I'm telling you, Matt Walsh is just dismantling this thing. And he's just going empirical. Hey, I'm looking for proof. I'm looking for evidence. End of the day, like Thomas Sowell says, humans are I'm not gonna curse here, but we suck at intentions, but we're good at judging actions, reality, proof, evidence. That's what we need. Because you can't accept someone, dogmatically, make the whole entire community and then just force it down their throat and say, you're going to believe 2 + 2 is 5. This is communism, bro. 2 + 2 is not 5. Because I'm going to ask you, like, this is why some people don't like math. Math is very logical, very procedural. If you get 2 + 2 = 5, how did you get 5? How did you get it? You have to break down the procedure, how you arrive to that conclusion. What factors do you use to arrive to that conclusion? Most of the time, their reasoning will be because I feel like it. And that's not a good enough, and that's not a convincing argument to have. Just because you happen to be born with one leg doesn't mean now legs are in a spectrum now. Because there's only 2 outcomes. We're basing it at, hey, you are who you are regardless of your capacity. And that's the reality. We're trying to identify somebody. XX chromosomes, XY chromosomes, that's what create male, female. We literally have to break it down to its first principles understanding of what a woman is. Female. That's the first thing. This is what I'm saying. Gender is an extension of sex. The definition of gender is used to identify adult human female. You see that there's 3 definitions wrapped up into one. It's to conceptualize, to point out. This is the purpose of language. But here, we're going to go into this final clip with Matt Walsh, and he'll tie it all in to make his point about why a woman is a woman, even if she can't give birth.
By their nature, they're supposed to have 2 legs. Same thing for a woman. A woman by her nature can get pregnant. A man by his nature never can. So if you meet a woman of childbearing age, say she's 28 years old, and she can't get pregnant, you know automatically that something has gone wrong. And she can go to the doctor and find out what that thing is, even if they can't fix it. So that proves that women by their nature can get pregnant, because the simple fact that she can't shows you that there's something wrong. This is what is known as the exception that proves the rule. Whereas if a male with a penis can't get pregnant, no doctor on earth is going to run tests to see what's wrong with him. Because they already know it's that he's a male, and there's only male and female, those who can get pregnant and those who can't.
Slow clap. Yo, proof, evidence. And it seems like transgenderism is reliant on the nature-nurture argument. Are you a woman because you were raised to be a woman? Or the nature argument, you're a woman because you were born a woman. All of Matt's points is rooted in reality, aka nature. And all you get is nurture arguments. Oh, I identify as this. I'm socialized as that. It doesn't matter what your socialized is. Because the minute I move you out of that society, I move you into another society, you'll still be a woman. Bruh. You'll still be a man. Bruh. It doesn't matter. But all of a sudden, you in the United States and you're like, oh, I identify as a woman, therefore I'm a woman. But if I take you, I didn't change anything but your environment. I changed you, I put you in China, and you pull that mess. You think you'll be accepted the way you are? Nope. No, you won't. And I bet you will adapt. You conform to the greater society. It's only because we're tolerant of this in the West that you're allowed to get away with spewing this nonsense without any groundbreaking evidence or proof. And that's the reality of this. Because at the end of the day, you physically, you are what the traditional definition of man is. The traditional definition of woman is. And I have to use the word traditional to hyphenate just because, people who are going to watch this are not going to agree with me 100%. If you think, definitions can change based on who you're talking to, then we might as well speak a different language. Bruh. Like I'm standing on this point. Language is not some, you can define it anyway. This is not moral subjectivity. Language is not something you subjectively define on your own whims and conditions. Because then it would just become a battle of power. Oh, I'm in the power position. That means you must accept my definition of woman. Bruh. And this is what it's turning into. Who can capture all the institutions and then throw their worldview on everyone else so everyone else submit? Tolerance is not submission, right? If you want to be tolerant, you must accept the fact that I'm not going to agree with you that a woman is just any person that identify as such. No, that's not the definition of woman. My definition of woman is adult human female, and it's been that way for centuries on centuries, battle tested, But like, it's been historically tested, this definition, and it's 99.9999999% accurate. Way more accurate than whatever definition someone else can come up with. And this is not progress. This is not progress. We're not progressing towards anything. This is regression. I'm taking from Ben Shapiro's book. We're regressing as a society. Our public education system is deteriorating to the point where Matt Walsh had to explain to a college student why a woman is a woman, even if she can't give birth. Bruh. Slow clap for college. Slow clap for the American education system. Because this is some ridiculous ish. You wasted all, like, people, imagine kids are going to debt to not be able to explain to you why a woman is a woman, why a man is a man, and how they can prove their theory is right in reality. Bruh. What a world we live in. But hey, that's it for me. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys thoughts in the comment section about this. I want to hear it from you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate you for watching to the end of the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.